Imagine our ancestors on the savannah constantly scanning for danger. Their survival depended on noticing the rustling in the bushes, the approaching predator. That's our brain's negativity bias in action, a hardwired tendency to focus on threats. But here's the thing, our world has changed. Let's explore how some of the most successful people in the world have hacked their brains to overcome negativity bias and achieve their dreams. Before Harry Potter flew off the shelves, J.K. Rowling faced a mountain of rejection. 12 publishers told her no. 12 times she was told her story wasn't good enough. But here's the key. Rowling didn't let those rejections define her. Instead of seeing them as setbacks, she reframed them as stepping stones. Rowling's story teaches us that rejection isn't the end, it's an invitation to dig deeper, to trust our instincts, and to keep going. Let's face it, our brains have a knack for holding on to the negative. We remember insults more vividly than compliments. We dwell on failures longer than we celebrate successes. This negativity bias served a purpose in our evolutionary past. But in today's world, this negativity bias can keep us stuck in a cycle of fear and self-doubt. By understanding the science behind negativity bias, we can start to challenge our negative thoughts and rewire our brains for resilience and growth. Even those of us who study courage and resilience struggle with our own vulnerability. I remember the overwhelming fear I felt before stepping onto the TED stage. My heart raced, my palms sweated, and my mind was flooded with doubts. But I knew I couldn't let fear silence me. I had a message to share, a message about the power of vulnerability, and I was determined to deliver it even if my voice shook. That experience taught me a powerful lesson. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's our greatest source of strength. Our brains are wired to anticipate threats. Entrepreneur and author Tim Ferriss has a powerful technique for doing just that. He calls it fear setting, and it's a simple yet profound way to reframe our relationship with fear. Instead of letting fear paralyze you, you get curious about it. You write down your fear, explore the worst-case scenarios, and identify actions to prevent those scenarios. The next time you're feeling held back by fear, try Tim Ferriss's fear-setting exercise. In a world saturated with negativity, it's easy to lose sight of the good. We're constantly bombarded with distressing news, social media pressures, and the hustle and bustle of daily life. This can make it challenging to maintain a positive outlook. But what if we could train our brains to focus on the positive, to savor the moments of joy and gratitude? Imagine being able to shift your mindset to appreciate the small, beautiful moments that often go unnoticed. Research from UC Davis shows that practicing gratitude can literally rewire our brains, increasing levels of dopamine and serotonin. These chemicals are crucial for our happiness and overall mental health. Oprah Winfrey credits her daily gratitude practice with transforming her life. She believes that this simple habit has helped her achieve a greater sense of peace and fulfillment. The simple act of writing down what we're grateful for can have a profound impact on our well-being. It helps us to focus on the positive aspects of our lives, no matter how small they may seem. Start by taking a few minutes each day to write down 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this practice can help you develop a more positive outlook and improve your overall mental health. We often get caught up in the pursuit of grand achievements. But what if the key to achieving those big goals lies in celebrating the small wins along the way? Oprah Winfrey's extraordinary journey is a testament to the power of this approach. By focusing on the micro tasks, by celebrating the small wins, she created a positive feedback loop that fueled her motivation and propelled her forward. Research shows that when we acknowledge and celebrate our progress, our brains release dopamine. Break down your big goals into smaller, more manageable steps and celebrate each milestone along the way. Remember that negativity bias we talked about earlier? It's that tendency to focus on the negative aspects of our experiences, often overshadowing the positive ones. This bias is deeply ingrained in our psyche. It's deeply rooted in our need for belonging. Humans are inherently social creatures, and our brains are wired to seek out social connections and approval from others. Our ancestors relied on their tribe for survival, and being ostracized from the group could mean the difference between life and death. This primal need for acceptance has carried over into modern times. Even Jerry Seinfeld, one of the most successful comedians of all time, felt the need for tribal validation. Despite his immense talent, he understood the importance of feedback and connection. In his early days of stand-up, he would test out new jokes on a trusted friend before taking the stage. This process was crucial for him to gauge the potential success of his material. This tribal validation helped to quiet his amygdala, the part of the brain responsible for fear and anxiety, allowing him to tap into his creativity and deliver his best performance. It provided him with the confidence to take risks and innovate. Don't be afraid to share your work, your dreams, your vulnerabilities with your tribe. By seeking and embracing tribal validation, you can overcome self-doubt and unlock your full potential. Remember, we are stronger together. We've explored the science behind negativity bias, a deeply ingrained survival mechanism that once protected our ancestors from danger, and the inspiring stories of those who have overcome this ancient wiring to achieve extraordinary things. These individuals have shown us that it's possible to rewire our brains for a more positive outlook. From J.K. Rowling's reframing of rejection to Oprah's gratitude practice, these techniques have helped them rise above their challenges. To Tim Ferriss's fear-setting technique, which helps in confronting and managing fears effectively, we've seen that rewiring our brains for resilience, positivity, and success is possible. These practices can transform our lives. It's not about ignoring the negative aspects of life or pretending that challenges don't exist. Instead, it's about facing them head-on with a new perspective. It's about understanding how our brains are wired, challenging our negative thoughts and actively working to shift our focus, and consciously choosing to focus on the positive. This shift can lead to a more fulfilling and successful life. Which of these strategies resonated with you the most? Have you tried any of them in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences could inspire others on their journey. And if you're ready to dive deeper into the power of your mind, there's so much more to explore. Hit subscribe, because next week we're exploring how to turn anxiety into productivity. Don't miss it. This could be the key to unlocking your potential.